Hey there, it's Zambo again. This is episode 4. Guess at this point I would be uploading if I actually get this far. Anyway, it's episode 4 of whatever I call this series. Probably going to be something like Noob tries to play Geoguessr, or Noob Geoguessr thinks he's hot shit. I don't know. So yeah, I thought I was good at guessing the US, so I decided to make some videos about me guessing the US. Well, pretty much never having played Geoguessr before, other than, like I've mentioned before, fell down a rabbit hole. Now I'm like, hey, I should make YouTube videos about that. Right. Anyway, back to the good old US of A. All right. Palm trees. Makes me think Florida. Can't make out that license plate. Safe to bet. I mean, it's obviously south, but it looks like it's around Christmas time. Still nothing on the license plates. Very green. These are very much Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. Oh wait, St. Boniface Gardens. Again, makes me think Florida, St. Boniface Gardens. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Florida here. Almost want to say, Saint tends to be Florida. I almost want to say this is probably somewhere near Tampa, Sarasota, maybe. And I was completely on the wrong side of the state. But I did get Florida. I did not get it confused with California this time, which, not that anybody watched my first video, but if anybody actually did watch my first video, you see I got it confused. But yeah, so that's. Don't know if the saint is a saint whatever is meta or not, but could be. So it looks like we are in the desert here, probably somewhere in the American Southwest. Well, American Southwest. Obviously, it's American Southwest. It's the U.S. map. Palm trees. Hills are gorgeous. You got a Costco over here. That's not a tell. New homes. The estates at Carmela. This is a big old strip mall. I'm not seeing Home Depot. Black sign with white letters. Highway 101. What is this? Indian Wells, Sun RV Resort 47. So again, a fairly high 5-digit number. Not getting too many clues as to where exactly this is, but it is definitely going to be Southwest. It looks like we've got mountains pretty much all around, so I'm going to guess maybe the San Bernardino Valley. Somewhere in here. And it was, in fact, San Bernardino Valley. This is out near La Quinta. Zweis? I don't know how to say that. All right, what do we have? Sidewalk closed. That doesn't tell me anything. Josiah H. Lovenstein Sons. Not familiar to me. East, this 20 here. I don't see that a lot in the U.S. Okay, so this is looking like a New York plate. There's no front plate there. No front plate there. That looks like another New York plate. Another New York plate. Thermo King. Let's look down here. Got some sort of Asian supermarket here. It looks North Brooklyn. Is this North Brooklyn? New York. I mean, if it's Brooklyn, it could be people from all over the world. But, yeah, this looks. Oh, yeah, this is the New York City skyline back here. So this is going to be, well, let's see. North Brooklyn. I don't have the slightest. Somewhere in there. And I'm only 3 miles away. So not bad. Also kind of a gimme, though, that sign that said Brooklyn. Something Lake Fitness, 303 area code. I know 305 was Florida. Don't know if there's any geographical correlation to that. I do know it was going to be one of the more populated areas. We got a little bit of a high rise over here. Overall, looks very flat. I'm not seeing anything to go off of. Dimensions, plates, get your spring cleaning, plates. Okay, so we do have mountains west. Is 303 maybe Colorado? Mountains west, mountains mostly west. Don't see any. Can't make out anything north, really. So 303 might be Colorado. We might be somewhere, I was just going to guess, kind of outside of Denver. And it was Denver. Don't know if that's a gimme or not, but I felt that it was a little bit challenging. What we have here, WCA, I don't know what that means. Got some interesting trees here. Don't see, this looks, the architecture style here, these, a lot of stone and brick, kind of to me says maybe Midwest, southern Midwest, Texas area. Cannot make that out as far as the license plate. Cannot make that out as far as the license plate. WCA, looking more horizon now. Don't know what this blur is down here. Not seeing any mountains, which again, Midwest somewhere. Are we... This is an interesting tree. I haven't seen too many of those personally. So again, the one region of the U.S. I haven't been to is kind of that lower Midwest. So I'm going to take a guess that we're probably somewhere maybe in east of Dallas. And it was outside of Houston. So not a bad guess on my part. I'd like to think. So 20,000. That was a pretty good round for, again, playing this. I don't know how many times I've played it, but it's a pretty good round. But, you know, again, like I said, kind of a gimme. What was my best score? Okay, whatever. 8 minutes on the recording, so let's do another one. Cat's eyes in the road. You do not see these north. They would get ripped up by snowplows. So that tells me we are somewhere probably in the south. Looking at the soil, it is, well, I won't say you do not see these. It's rare to see these cat's eyes. But just this general foliage, general look, these power poles, these dark power poles, I don't see. I think we're probably somewhere possibly in central Tennessee. That was, again, East Texas. First United Methodist Church, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Well, that's easy. If I don't know exactly where Cuyahoga Falls is, there's Cuyahoga Valley National Park. So I'm just going to probably say it's somewhere in here. It's up by the lake. That was a gimme. All right. Smaller houses up here. No trespassing. Can't make out the license plates. Looking at the foliage again. Leaning towards the south. You see these shorter utility poles. That's interesting. That's probably a tell for somebody. If anybody actually watches this, it's probably a tell for somebody. very tall. You got an interstate. If it weren't for this particular house that looks a little beat up, a little run down with a no trespassing sign, I would almost say it might be in Connecticut. But this house right here, the look of it to me doesn't look Connecticut, but it could be. It's just a rusted transformer. I'm not seeing any vegetation that looks specifically southern. Some of these taller, thin trees might be like pepper trees. But I don't see any palm trees to go with it. So this is a tough one. I'm kind of leaning towards this area, maybe Arkansas. The pepper trees I know are, if these are pepper trees, and they do kind of look like it from watching enough YouTube videos of lawn care people in Florida. I almost want to say this might be like rural Georgia, maybe inland, but it was actually Richmond, Virginia. So it was further south. It just wasn't that far south. I would, Georgia probably you see more palm trees. Up here, really tough to tell. I mean, this could be just about anywhere. So let's quick scan around, see if I recognize. You do see a lot of these bushes in the northeast. These low, like thick evergreens. Maple Valley Road. Again, not a guarantee, but things labeled maple tend to be, either northeast or upper Midwest. This sand, though, this sandy soil here actually makes me think twice. Could be upper Midwest, but I think this sandy soil here rules out the northeast effectively. It doesn't. Where is this? This again could be somewhere Virginia area. Virginia down towards North Carolina, perhaps. And it was actually in Rhode Island. Interesting. I should know that. I'm in New England, but. All right, mountains. This is southwest to me. We've got a very distinct bridge over to our west. Is that Alcatraz? Are we in San Francisco? That might be Alcatraz there. There's a fairly, I think so. We are somewhere east of Alcatraz. That might be the Golden Gate Bridge. Let me zoom in here and see if I can. So I think, we might be able to 5K this. So let's see. So we've got the Golden Gate Bridge there. Alcatraz is kind of there. Are we on Treasure Island by chance? Is that where we are? I don't see anything that would. Gateview and Avenue B. Are we on Treasure Island? Avenue B, Gateview. We are at this intersection right here. 5K, 33 yards away. That was almost a gimme. It took me a minute, but yeah, that was pretty good. Ending on a 5K. So that makes me happy. It was my first 5K. So this was kind of embarrassing this round, but like that one I got because I knew Cuyahoga is Ohio, and that was obviously a gimme. But these three, this whole stretch has very similar foliage. I just tended to concentrate around there, have some bias towards that, but that is what it is.